Welcome back to Golf Tip of the Week. As you can see here, my ball has ended up just short of the green, and I have a fairly short chip shot. The pin is close to the front edge of the green. I have a small ridge to carry, and that ball is sitting in the fairway. And in these type of shots, it's very important that I create very clean, precise contact on the ball, not only to control the distance that the ball carries, but also control the roll once it hits the ground. You know, when our ball is sitting in the rough, and if it's sitting up a little bit fluffy, you know, a fairly good lie, we feel pretty comfortable hitting those chip shots out of there, just due to the fact that we have more air underneath the golf ball, and we can get away with maybe mishitting that shot just a little bit. But with this type of shot, when the ball is sitting in the fairway and the lie is very tight, we don't have that forgiveness factor. We don't have that room for error that we do if we were sitting up nice and fluffy in the rough. So what can we do to increase more forgiveness when we're in this type of shot is we want to talk about how to use your wedge. And I've talked about this in other tips of the week. I've talked about it with the lob shot, and also talked about it with your bunker, is using how to use the bounce of your wedge. Using basically the bounce of your wedge is the back edge of your wedge back here. If it's at this angle, it's the back edge back here. And what the bounce does is it helps you get away with kind of a mishit. It helps you get away with hitting that ground before the golf ball. It kind of glides through the grass. Even if I were to come in here and hit the ground before the ball, it kind of just skips through the grass for me, and my ball will end up with a fairly decent result. So if I were to come in with a square face and actually a square leading edge face and actually clip the ground before the ball, I'd probably flub the chip and the ball wouldn't go anywhere. So the tip of the week is when you're in these type of shots, to help increase more forgiveness, to help you get away with poor contact, is to just go ahead and open up your club face just a little bit. So if this is square here, you go ahead and just open that face up just a little bit. You're going to expose more of the bounce of the club. The bounce of the club is going to be lower than the leading edge. What we don't want is we don't want the leading edge to be lower than the bounce. Okay, so when you're over this type of shot, even if it's just a pitch shot or chip shot anywhere around the green, get used to just opening that up just a little bit, and then also get used to using that part of your wedge to hit into the earth with, or hit into the ground with. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit a shot. I'm just going to open it up just a little bit. I'm going to think about thumping the earth with the bounce of my wedge, and even if I do mishit the shot a little bit, I'll probably get away with the result. Okay. So I don't know if you could hear it or not, probably not, but I did hit the ground a little bit before the ball. So the wedge, or the bounce of the wedge, just helped me skip through the shot and not stop right there. If I would have had a straight edge shot, or the leading edge would have been square, I would have just stuck right in the ground. I probably would have just chunked that chip. So next time you're up over these shots, you're in a situation that doesn't quite create all the best feelings, go ahead and open up your wedge just a little bit and just treat it as the same chipping or pitching technique that you usually do, and trust that your forgiveness factor is going to go up, and you can go down after that chip and know that the chances of really chunking that chip are kind of going out the window. Okay, so open that up, increase your forgiveness factor, hit those chips closer to the cup, and lower your scores.